Dating in this day and age can be very challenging, especially if you're trying to honor God with your life. So what does the Bible have to say about dating? And in particular, we want to talk today about dating someone who's not a Christian. What does God really want for your life? And before you say yes to another date or you plan to ask someone else out, I want to challenge you to answer these 4 important questions. Number 1, what is my motivation? Why do I want to date this person really? What is really driving my desire to be with that person? Question number 2 is, what are my standards? I encourage you to develop a criteria for who you date and establish the values that are really important to you so that you don't date just on the basis of infatuation or some kind of shallow attraction. Question number 3 is, what does the Bible say? What does the Bible speak to generally, and what does it speak to specifically for your life? Let's look at 2 Corinthians chapter 6. In verse 14 it says, "Don't team up with those who are unbelievers. How can righteousness be a partner with wickedness? How can light live with darkness? What harmony can there be between Christ and the devil? How can a believer be a partner with an unbeliever?" And then in Ephesians chapter 4, Paul writes, "With the Lord's authority I say this, live no longer as the Gentiles do, for they are hopelessly confused. Their minds are full of darkness. They wander far from the life God gives because they've closed their minds and hardened their hearts against Him. They have no sense of shame. They live for lustful pleasure and eagerly practice every kind of impurity. But that isn't what you learned about Christ." And so you have to ask, what does the Bible say about dating a non-believer? Is that something that's really, if you think about their values and what's important to them in life, is that something that you can really partner with in a way that's going to help you honor God? And then the 4th question to ask is, what are the risks and rewards of dating that person? So if you decide you're going to move forward and date that person anyway, at least you should be honest with yourself about the potential consequences. What are some things that could go wrong? What are some things that could undermine what you really want in life compared to what you see as the rewards of dating that individual? And so I just want to challenge you, if you will ask these 4 questions honestly, it's going to help you really understand what God wants in your life. It's going to help you make some great decisions that honor God. And it could also potentially, I believe, help to avoid some of the pitfalls of dating in your life.